You know what? The thing is like, we don't get anything good in the mail anymore. Everything I get in
No,
the mail is like, you're
a
getting
bill.
kicked off your insurance,
Yep.
and
Yep.
also you owe money from a company that doesn't exist anymore. And guess what? It went to collections, and I'm like, I am losing my mind. So, if I get a letter in the mail
Yeah.
that's a generic, you made it at Walgreens and made 200 of them.
Yep.
That's the sweetest thing. That's the
I know.
sweetest thing to a girl like me.
And with that, I want to welcome everybody to the holiday season. I feel like this is the
It's
week.
What's your favorite holiday song?
So I have a couple of Swedish ones, but from the American ones, I don't. I mean, the best one of all time
Whoa.
is chestnuts roasting on an
Really?
open fire. I think that one is so cozy. And
Oh.
to me, like, holiday season is cozy. But then the one that I always come back to, and I'm like, all right, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
Mm.
And then, but then the Swedish ones, it's all is it the super Christian ones, but they're very pretty. So, like this Silent Night, but the
Oh.
Swedish. And then I really like Oh Helga Natt. Oh, what's that one in English? Oh Holy Night, I think it's something like
Oh.
that. It's the one that it's a like a really good male singer. Like
Ooh.
fall on your knees
Oh
and
yeah.
hey,
Na, na, na,
na,
na,
na,
na. Oh yeah,
na,
that one's
na.
great.
That one is so cool.
I love that song. And I love
Um,
Silent Night. Classic.
no, this is a fun time, and we started early this year. Like,
Decorating?
yeah, like we're almost done now with the
Oh my God.
decorations.
I gotta get
I'm
a
ex.
tree. Did you get a tree?
No, we're
Oh,
we're doing that now on over the Thanksgiving break.
you're doing it over Thanksgiving break.
Yeah,
Getting the
because
tree.
Uni is obsessed with this goddamn tree. They're so expensive in New York. I think
Ugh, I
they're
know.
like $80
For
for
the
like
shitty one.
yeah, and then $300 if you want it taller than me,
Yeah,
like five.
I look at the nice ones, like the ones that feel less like pokey too, like they're the different kind of fur.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, how much is this one? They're like the most fragrant. The guy's
Yeah.
like $400. I'm like,
Oh,
well,
and
okay.
I thought in my naive, self-absorbed way that I was gonna be able to haggle. Of
Oh, that's
like,
nice. Oh, that's
I'm
fun.
like, if I go there as a short woman and show a little cleavage, he'll definitely give me a discount. And no, I felt like it was the opposite. He took a look at me and he's just like, for you, $500.
Yeah, he sized you up real quick.
He's like, you are, honey, you're gonna have to pay more. We called
It
it
is
the
so nice
white
and
girl tax.
short girl tax. He looks at you with like a little
Yeah,
checkbook, like
yeah.
short girl tax, white
Short
girl
girl
tax,
tax who thinks that she can get discounts based on being
blonde adult
cute.
female tax.
Exactly.
Yikes.
Yikes. Yeah.
But I will
Uh,
say it is so nice walking around in the city,
yeah.
and like all the bodega vendors also kind of have like trees available, and you just
Oh yeah.
smell pine
Oh
everywhere. It
yeah.
covers up the smell of the piss and the trash. I was
That's the
riding the
thing.
bus.
Yeah.
I was riding the bus home last night, and I guess I hadn't been down Myrtle Ave. That I don't know. I just wasn't paying attention, or maybe they put it up recently. But they put all of like the street decor that go across the
Oh
whole street,
yeah.
and they had a
Yeah.
big one that said like Myrtle Avenue in lights, and they had like snowflakes and
Yeah.
snowmen and reindeer, and I was just like, oh, just
Yeah.
so cute.
It's so cute. It's so nice. I think New York is actually a really great Christmas city.
I agree.
Like Uni and I went down Fifth Avenue the other day and haven't done
Oh,
that in 10 years. Like,
mm.
do you remember Fifth Avenue? It used to be like a Sex in the City staple, and now I'm
Oh,
like, I
yeah.
can't afford Fifth Avenue. Are you kidding me?
No.
But there were so many cool decorations. Like some of the buildings have wrapped itself in like a complete
Like a
Christmas.
present?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then you have all these like old New York
Mm.
vibe, like old New York. They have the Rockefeller Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Everyone's going like,
Ice
yeah,
skating,
ice skating
getting
and
hot chocolate
Junie.
at the holiday market.
Oh yeah, we
Actually,
went to yeah
my sister is coming to town. Sister is coming to
coming
town.
to town.
In the for second week of December. just to come to New York during the winter because she lives down in Florida.
Haley or Caitlin?
Claudia, the other
Claudia.
one. The other one who's not Caitlin. Caitlin is the sister we keep locked away.
Yeah. But you have
Claudia.
a friend. Do you have someone who's Caitlin? No, there's no
I
one.
do. Well, Matthew's wife's name is Caitlin.
Yeah, but a best friend of yours. I feel like I
Kate?
met someone.
Kate
No,
Stamos?
yeah. Not Kate Stamos. No, I would never insult Kate like
I would
that.
never call her Caitlin.
Okay, never mind. Claudia.
Yeah, but
Claudia's coming.
Claudia's coming. And she wants to do, like the holiday stuff because it's Christmas in New York, which I never do because I'm so jaded and I'm from here. I live here.
Yeah.
But it'll be nice. I think we'll go. I think she wants to go to like Bryant Park and see the holiday market. And I'm like, this is fun to do.
She is like, she did your bachelorette party.
Yes.
And she did such a good job with it, but she also she knows how to treat a girl a good time, you know what I'm saying?
She does. She's a real girl's girl and she's also so fucking type A. It's unbelievable. Like when you see us together in a room, you're like, wow, you guys are so different.
So different. But also your youngest, Haley, is also very different from the two of you. Like I could, like that dynamic was very interesting to observe. You had Claudia and Sydney being sort of like the big sisters to Haley. The both of you were like, a couple of times were like, Haley, that doesn't make any sense.
She has classic forever little sister syndrome.
Yeah.
But we all get along, which is nice now that we're older too.
And you're very similar looking. Like they look.
You think so?
Well, I don't know if this is.
I feel
have
like
they done something with their nose or?
Yes, like they both look different now than we did when we were kids. But also like, I always felt like Claudia and I look different. But we, like Haley, my younger sister, it looks like me and Claudia had a baby. Like she doesn't look like my parents. Like it's a weird generational skip.
I think maybe it's the personality thing. Like it's not personality either. You have super different personalities, but you're
talk the same, which is really weird. Our diction is the same.
And you're tall and beautiful. Like you're tall and beautiful. That's what I always
say more.
Yeah, no, but you're tall and beautiful. You have great butts, and
thank you. But who has the best?
You.
Thanks.
Not that I analyzed analyzed at the spa we were at where we were all naked.
I certainly did.
God, please no. I'm in my worst right now. I'm like
you looked incredible at the spa.
No,
incredible.
But I was asleep for half of it, which was great.
Ellie just kept passing out in the saunas, and we'd be like, "You have to wake up. Like you shouldn't. You have to move. You've been in here for an hour. I don't think this is good anymore."
Exactly.
Dragging her limp body out.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting wrinkly from like the humidity is leaving your body. Yeah. No, we went to last story about your bachelorette party because it was such a fun night. We went to Chinese Tuxedo, great restaurant. If you go to New York, go there. But I've been telling my neighbor Jim, who's this ginormous Irish dude, and I was just like, we did the banquet dinner. It was us and 10 girls, and it was so much food, and we could not finish it. The bartender started to. He was just like, oh geez, when we were like, are you guys finished with the food soon? And he was just like, actually we have like a lot more,
like 3 more courses. We were just
exactly.
like, oh fuck.
Yeah, so 10 skinny girls could not finish that at all, but he's like, oh, me and my 2 buddies, we would have been able to finish that banquet by ourselves. And I'm like, that is physically impossible, Jim. He's like, no, actually my best buddy Pesco or whatever his name is,
my best buddy Pesco.
Yeah, whatever, some dude. And that's the thing. What is it with dudes who wants to brag about how much they can eat? Like, it's a thing that comes up so often. He's just like, oh yeah, you should see Pesco, the way he like eats food. He's the first person I met who gained weight when he had his jaw fixed because he couldn't like eat solids. And so what he did is that he ordered cheeseburgers and then processed it in a smoothie maker and just drank. And he gained, so he gained weight. And he's like, he would 100% be able to finish this banquet dinner. And I'm like,
I love a dude named like Pesco.
Yeah.
There's like a guy who had a friend named Tweety once. And I was like, cool. That's
it's like
crazy.
gang member names. It's so fun. It's
But
like
it's
Nub Nub,
but it's
Strawberry.
always like the biggest man you've ever seen in your life,
Yeah.
and his name is like, I mean, well, from Sopranos, remember Pussy? There was like,
Yeah.
and he was like the biggest dude. They
Yeah.
just always have names like Tweety Bird, and it's like,
Yeah.
why is that your name? And it's like, don't ask.
Yeah. We have gotten comments about banter. Some people. Anyway, who cares? We need to start the
Okay,
episode.
okay. And what about it?
No, some people want it. It's like the usual. It's usual stuff. Some people like it and some people hate it. And people are like, the episode actually starts 20 minutes in. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay, so you know what? Let's start the episode.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Lost Mountain Saga. Man of River. River.
In the river. Okay, I have a new dice. A D20, actually. That's not going to be useful in this game. Never mind.
Wait, but
Anyway.
show it. Show
It's
dice.
from Gavin, friend of the show. Gavin, I was going to say Newsom. That's not his name.
No.
That's
Nope.
a politician.
That's a man.
That's a man. This is also a man. Gavin Stenhouse.
Nice.
He is kind of a successful actor. So
hey, Gavin.
he's been in a couple of shows. He's also very attractive. I mean, he plays like an attractive priest in a TV show where he's like half naked all the time. I'm gonna send him this clip.
Say more.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna give him. He's he's very humble and from like Scotland, I think.
Okay.
So he has a very British accent. Anyway, now I've given him way too much. He gave me a D20, and so far I've been rolling like crazy. It's been it's been 18, 17, 20, and so
Really pretty die.
yeah, and it's a Rick a roll. Like it's if you roll a 20, you get a roll, and then on the one it's Rick rolled, and then around it says never let go. It's or never let down.
Never gonna.
Never gonna.
Thanks, Gavin.
It's very fun. Yes. So please send us more gifts because I want them. Send Sydney some gifts.
Yes.
Having said that, just edited our episode that was released yesterday. So we're very close to our release date right now. So it's very current events going on. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's Thanksgiving week. When this episode comes out, it has just been Thanksgiving. So what I discovered then is that you bought a fucking rifle range.
Yes, I did.
And so that's what I kind of want to start this December morning in Uppsala.
Okay.
Circa 1893. Circa 1893,
Circa.
December.
Yes.
Not specific or anything. Circa around 1890, give or take, plus minus 10 years. And you're standing there, and I feel like we can hear gunshots. Like someone's practicing, and that's Eliza. What goes through your head as you're shooting a dummy?
A dummy. Stupid idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Stupid person. It's not a scarecrow.
I think that Eliza has been wanting this gun range for self-defense just because of everything that happened with Milliam. Olaf getting hurt. Like Olaf, if we didn't get him to the hospital, like we talked about this, like he could have died. Like he could have gotten sepsis and stuff.
Yeah, I read up on sepsis. Apparently, if you get it and there's no antibiotics, which there isn't in this time, he would have died.
Yeah.
So thankfully, he didn't.
Thankfully, we were near London, close enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, there's a lot of fear, but I think through the act of making this gun range and sort of having a professional like show her instead of just like going out and buying a gun.
Yeah.
She's been incrementally like getting better, and I think as she looks at this target, it's not like she's thinking of Milliam or anybody specific, but she does a sort of slow breathing exercise to center herself, because sometimes when she like picks up a gun, she immediately shakes a little bit from that moment when she picked up the rifle and shot Milliam. But she's been working on that.
Do we remember what the gun range actually does mechanically? Like, do you get a boon to?
Oh boy, let me pull it up.
Yeah, because I'm also like you lost your father.
Yeah.
You might have mended things a little bit with your mother. At least it didn't leave as frosty as it began. But yeah, like you've been betrayed by your husband. You know that you're being hunted by someone. Olaf nearly lost his life. He's observing you from a bench nearby. He's still like his shoulder is still fucked up from the wound, but he might be giving some maybe requested feedback on your shooting.
And the shooting range, I should say, because I wonder if there's a way for me to get better at shooting, because this is not what it does. Basically, well, the function is all castle guards carry ranged weapons. So they like now if I have a guard, like maybe she hires somebody, they have a gun. But then the asset is during the preparation phase, each level allows the player characters to bring a ranged weapon of their choosing from availability levels 1 to 3 without using resources. And I can purchase the shooting range up to 3 times. So I guess it's level 1 right now because I've purchased it once.
All right. That doesn't... Why didn't... Okay.
I wish they would teach me... Can we
Exactly. Why would... we're gonna homebrew... We're gonna make a whole house rule. And that's what it's called. A home rule or house rule? Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're gonna say that if you spend this downtime actually working on the shooting range, let's give you +1. Let's give you a temporary +1 to your ranged attack, and then next downtime you can like solidify it, and it can become like a permanent +1.
Okay, cool. I like that.
Does that matter that it's temporary? I mean, I feel like it doesn't matter if...
I guess it would matter like the next time I would have to use the shooting range again in my downtime to make it. So it takes like twice basically to make it permanent, which I
The thing
like.
is, since we haven't really introduced like consequences or repercussions for spending time and downtime, we're just like, that's what you do. But the thing is, I gave both of you, like Francisco too, I gave both of you like, you learn Swedish during this time because it would make sense. I mean, I feel like I'm rewarding you for having survived so long. That's my justification.
Thank you. And I think, what do you think she would have? Pistol or revolver, right? Like one of those. They're in the same category. She wouldn't have a rifle.
No, I think she would have a dainty revolver. I think revolver sounds so.
Or what about like those,
sexy.
like the revolvers have the chambers and stuff, but they did make like very feminine little tiny pistols that fit in like little purses for women.
Ooh.
Like maybe she just has, and they're like super short. They almost look like tiny little water guns.
Okay, so for those of us who are not American and understands everything about weapons, what's the difference between a revolver and a pistol?
So a pistol would have a magazine, and a revolver has the chamber that you put the bullets into.
What's a magazine?
So the magazine is what's loaded into the, like when people snap that thing into the grip of the gun. So that's like where the bullets go. But in a revolver, you open up the not the barrel, the I always forget the name of it.
The thing that
the chamber
smokes.
Well, you open up that side chamber and you load the bullets in. Like when you play Russian roulette, you play with a revolver.
Yeah.
But with a pistol, it's automatic. You put the magazine full of bullets in, and then you shoot, and then when the bullets are done, you take the magazine out.
So that's what you do in Call of Duty when you just like, okay.
Exactly. I'm looking up women's pistol, dainty.
Dainty.
Although, okay, hold on.
Beautiful, that won't disrupt the nail polish.
Now I'm looking, and there is like, I guess it's like a snub nose revolver. It's like really tiny.
Snub nose.
It's like it's a 38. Which is like the bullet size.
So snub nose revolver. They're they're very cute. They look like, I feel like, did you ever see X-Files? She
Yeah.
had such a ridiculous gun. It looked like because she had such a huge coat, and then she
Oh,
had this
right.
tiny
Little gun. Wait,
gun.
look at the link I just sent you. Look how
Yeah.
pretty this antique. It's nickel plated with pearl inlay grips
Oh
and a gold
wow!
trigger. Look how beautiful that gun is.
And it says Cal 6 millimeters,
Caliber.
6 millimeters caliber, 6M/M 35. So
It's a
it's
small gun.
I love it. So I want that. Yeah, or you have that.
I want that.
And it has a gold trigger. It is nickel baby browning, nickel plated with pearl grips. Oh, it's made. Like the grip is made of pearl. Wow,
Yeah, it's
this
like
is
a pearl inlay grip. How pretty.
this. Back then is probably gonna cost you like.
Okay,
a
I don't
fortune.
actually have this gun, but
No,
imagine.
But I get it. I get it.
Yes.
It might be made of brass or something a little bit more simple.
Steel. It's made of metal and it's not fancy, but it's just that small. Maybe it's silver in color, and maybe it does have like an engraving on it or something.
Yeah.
Her initials, you know.
Yeah. Amazing. I love that simply because it's amazing. Yeah. So you have a gun, and this is how you spend sort of your downtime. Last week we did all the shopping stuff, and we're approaching, or we are in December. You spent a pretty rough November in England, but one day a letter arrives, and you recognize the handwriting from Jonas Menström, your friend. And in the letter, he's writing to you as if you have been in touch. I feel like that would make it like you would write letters. So he would.
Yeah.
So he writes like, "I'm so sorry of what happened to your father, the passing of your father." He sends you condolences, but then there's also an invite to a demonstration of the project that he's been working on for over a year now, and this is going to be in close to a lake called Hällsjön. This is a roughly two days out from Uppsala, and it's in the deep forests of Sweden, to the west towards Norway. Anyway, you're invited there for a demonstration, and he wants you to be there. And do you want to go, or do you
I want to go.
cancel this campaign? No.
Actually, I don't go. I stay at the shooting range, and I get better at guns. No, she's like delighted to go, and this has also been. I think she has been a bit secluded. She hasn't taken on any new. What's the word I'm looking for? Any new.
Objectives.
Like listings or anything
Right.
that people have come about. She's maybe even turned a few people away, just needing some time. And I think this she views as like a reprieve. She really does like Jonas's company. She'll get out of Egerkrans and out of the shooting range and just kind of get out of her own head. So she lets Algut know and goes inside. And she does also want to invite Olaf, just because it's been hard for him too. It's been weird. It's been a weird time. She feels somewhat responsible with Milliam and Olaf getting hurt, and like she has been much softer to Olaf recently. Doting on him since London, and like back in Egerkrans, maybe she's a little bit extra careful around him, kind of walking on eggshells.
Right. Yes, I had that written down, like how you prepare for the adventure and of who you want to bring. I would have wanted to introduce, to bring back Skid at some point if you had wanted, but then I'm like, we have a hard time enough scheduling the two of us. So I don't have.
Telegraph Francisco, and in months he will answer. Many months.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can bring Olaf, of course. He looks eager to come with you. He does not feel any resentment. You don't sense any resentment. In fact, he seems in a better mood as opposed to the past few months where he's slowly been drinking himself to death. But you also notice that there is pain in his shoulder left, but he would never say no.
Oh, she wonders though, like, should she bring Birch instead of Olaf? Like, but I don't know if that makes sense for the event. Like, I don't want to just force that.
Right. Birch has been busy in her workshop and continues to contain that mask. You know the occult workshop that you bought her? That she's like... And when you enter that little lab, there are so many more jars now of weird substances.
Whoa.
And just as a reminder, you can do things in that workshop to bring with you if you want. However, you don't know necessarily enough about this adventure, so it's a little bit up to you.
This is an adventure? I thought I was just going to see a demonstration.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I've said too much already. Of course, this is not just I mean, I'm sure everything will be fine.
I don't bring anything. Well, let me see. What can I do with the
Bring your
occult?
dainty little revolver. That would be fun.
I'm bringing my dainty revolver, believe me. Okay, so I can gain an extra advantage before a mystery with the occult temple. The occult workshop, I can craft one power item before a mystery.
Oh yeah, and those power items are sick.
So it says the Game Master rolls or picks an item from the list on page 123 or makes one up. So maybe in these preparations she does obviously visit Birch at some point to see what she's been working on. And does Birch have anything maybe that she's been crafting that maybe Eliza would want to take with her?
Good thinking.
Scrolls to
Scrolling,
page 123. Looking at list. Helpful. Something helpful.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, God damn it. Not. The thing is,
if she doesn't, she doesn't.
We'll
You want to roll to find out?
How about this? She gives you a little box and she says, when the time comes, you'll know what it means.
That's classic Birch, baby.
And that is Ellie's way of stalling, and we'll find out what's in that box. But don't open it before you know it's time.
Yeah, okay. Cool, yeah. I like that. I do actually like that because that's Birch. Birch is mysterious and weird. Her frog eyes are blinking one at a time. And Eliza takes it and gives Birch a hug. Just like she's been down here and it looks insane, but she knows that Birch means well. And though she has no idea what's in this box, hopefully it will help her. So she gives Birch a hug and says, oh, and take this as well. And she gives Birch a gun. Everybody's getting guns at Egerkrans. No.
Yeah, we're armed. She looks at it. She holds it up, looks at it with her eyes. Thank you. And she puts it in a drawer.
Perfect.
Olaf already has a gun, I think.
Yeah.
And Algot takes it like in that way that, you know, clearly he's been using a million of these before. Like, puts it in his belt or whatever. Or did you give one to the butler?
Yeah. Everybody gets a gun.
The maids, like everyone, like the 12-year-old
Everyone has
maid.
concealed weapons.
Awesome. Yeah, and so you bring obviously, Alga takes care of your packing, and the maids, your lady maid, and so you have a lot of like winter coats with you. How are you dressed? Like,
yeah, do I know that this demonstration is like indoors? I assume.
So it's a demonstration of a water hydro plant.
So outdoors.
So it would be, a lot of it would be outdoors. You also know that this in the ass end of nowhere.
Old Sweden.
Old Sweden, but also late 1800s.
And also not the oldest town in Sweden, because we know which one that is.
Exactly. Which one was it again? We'll never know.
We'll never know. I think she would definitely pack for the weather then. She buys, like now in town in Uppsala, she buys like these winter boots that she's never owned before because it just doesn't get like this in London, and a new overcoat that's it's made of like a beaver hide, and like the beaver oils are supposed to wick water off, so it's supposed to be very like waterproof.
Oh man, I want a beaver.
I don't know if I want a beaver
Phrasing.
coat, but she gets that, and maybe she gets like a muff, the thing that women like put both their hands in, and that's
this conversation is hilarious, is because beaver is pussy in English and muff is pussy in Swedish.
Come on,
you're
guys.
covered in puss.
And then she gets a pussy. Sorry. So leave me alone. She gets a beaver coat. She gets a muff. The Brits are laughing their asses off, and the Swedes are laughing their asses off. And I think she buys a little something for Olaf. I think she gets him a new hat.
I feel like the mom of Olaf. I'm like, what's your intentions with my poor Olaf here?
Son.
With my son here. But no, Olaf is slightly
or like
taken
a nice
aback.
pair of gloves. Pair of gloves.
Thank you, darling. He says, and he looks sharp, also very well dressed, and also you have sort of a routine together now. Like the two of you have done this a couple of times. He's happy to get out of the house. I think he was going stir crazy just having to sit down and watch you practice shooting. And
I will say too, Eliza does bring a dress. I want to add that as well, just in case Jonas has a party or something.
There definitely is a celebratory ball after the event.
Perfect.
And that like this is probably, it's been the papers have been writing about this for weeks and weeks, so this might be a relatively big event. So looking your best would be, and that's also sort of why I think Jonas wants you to be there too. He wants to brag about the people that he know, important people. And so you drive through a very wintry landscape of Sweden. It's a similar setting to what we've done before. The horse carriage drives through these open landscapes of snow and frost, and it's, after a while though, you sort of get tired of just seeing the same whiteness over and over and over again, like trees and trees upon trees. There's so many trees in Sweden, especially back in the day. But there's eventually like an opening and a very big river, like an aggressive river. That's the wrong word for it, but like wild river. And that would make sense to you because of the hydro plant that's being built adjacent to this river. And eventually you also reach, and then you reach the village close to Hällsjön that probably exists, but I don't remember now. I'm GMing. I'm improvising GMing.
You can make up the map.
Okay. You come to a town, and I also. It's called Skog, and that means forest in Swedish. And that's what we name things, like,
river,
Skog, stone,
forest.
Yeah, river. Yeah. So you make it to Skog, a tiny temporary town, where there's like bustling energy, a lot of men working, engineers. You see a couple of houses, and eventually on the river, this huge construction that would remind you of a watermill, but it's not a watermill. Like it's more of it's like a dam, but it's not a dam either. Like but water flows through it, so it's like a bridge, a big building that looks like a mix between a bridge, a dam, a watermill, and
but the water is flowing through it.
Yeah, and that's when you realize, that's this, the hydro plant that's supposed to spin the wire and create electricity. I'm sure that's how it works, and you make it there, and Jonas greets you when he sees you. Eliza, you made it. And boy howdy does he look tired. Like he
Oh.
looks sickly
Oh,
and
no.
extremely tired.
Oh my goodness.
But as soon as he lays eyes on you, his face just starts shining.
And I think she hides any notion that she's shocked by his appearance. And she calls out as their carriage pulls up, and she almost like opens the door before it fully stops. Jonas! And she starts climbing out, and she doesn't run but speedily walks. Is there snow on the ground and stuff?
Yes, and he
Yeah,
has two men with him to help him sort of navigate through the snow.
He's got chains on his tires.
Yeah, exactly.
He put chains on his tires.
Yeah, and there's salt everywhere now.
She comes over and she gives him a kiss on the cheek, and she says, "Oh, wow, this is far, isn't it?"
It's done. It's done, Eliza. We did it.
You did it. This is magnificent. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, well, it's not like as beautiful as the castles in Stockholm, but it'll do for its function over form.
And she kind of looks around. It feels as though I'm in a storybook forest. But then suddenly there's this, and she walks like over kind of near the bridge, like where you would overlook or something.
Right.
And she says, "And how are you?"
Now I'm great, since you made it here. Olaf, my good boy, and he gives Olaf a handshake, and they are pleasant to one another. I would love to give you both a tour of the facility.
"Oh, I'd be delighted. Sir," and she just turns to one of the men next to him. "If you could take our bags inside, that would be lovely. Please be careful with the bigger brown suitcase. There's a dress in there," and she looks at Jonas, "that I would love to wear to the celebration."
He's looking at his two chief engineers next to him, and he's just like, "Would you mind?" and you realize that you've asked. Then they were just like, "We'll see to it." And then they turn around and you see how they are ordering other people to help out with the carriage. But they are still, and then they come back, and one of them introduces himself. "My name is Carl Norberg. I am the chief engineer. You must be
Carl.
Miss Andrews."
Carl, was it?
Carl, yes.
"A pleasure." And she takes his hand. "Eliza Andrews, and this is Olaf. We've come all the way from Uppsala. I'm a good friend of Jonas's, and I'm so excited to learn all about this. What can you tell me?"
And Carl takes you through the entire plant. He is quite nerdy and somewhat socially awkward. But Jonas excuses himself because he has to go back to work, and everyone seemed to be like, "Hey, Jonas, hey, Jonas," or actually, Mr. Wenström, can you please go and come here. And he's just be like, "I am so sorry, Eliza, but I will join you later, okay? Not okay, goddammit, that's not what you said back then. I will join you."
Of course. You're so needed.
It's he says with like trying to mask how tired he is.
Yeah.
It seems like that you get that feeling when you're like, "Oh no, I am sort of in the way," and everyone's making their best to not be distracted by this. However, Carl is such a nerd, so he is not bothered. He's just excited to tell someone that might be interested about what they've done here. And so he shows you first this room that is very loud, and there's like 4 ginormous turbines that are just spinning and creating things through the water plant. I don't know how it works, but just, it looks steampunky, advanced, and makes total sense maybe to Eliza.
Everything you're saying sounds right to me.
Investors are here, like there's a lot of people there. You recognize scientists. You also see reporters. There seem to be a woman. She's standing and talking to some men by the engineering tents and barracks. And he, meanwhile, he's trying to explain to you how everything works, but it doesn't really make sense to you. And I've tried to look into it. It's like they spin copper wire, and somehow that turns into electricity, and then
the heat of it or something.
Fuck, do I know?
Okay.
Like this,
Ellie, if it makes you feel better, I wanted to create something on my Raspberry Pi the other day, and I was like, computers, I kind of know how they work.
Yeah.
I don't know how they work. I don't know how they work at all. So, couldn't tell you how a water
ones
plant.
And zeros.
Ones and zeros. But then even the simplest thing of like a turbine, I'm like, I don't know how it works.
A tangent on that, but like that's the thing with like people like, well, ones and zeros, that's how they work. And then I'm like, okay, but the next step, like, okay, a lamp is shut, a lamp is light.
Right.
Like that's how a computer works. And I'm like, okay, how does that transfer to fucking anything? Like, I don't, like, what's the next step? And then they're like, oh yeah, and here's the C# programming language. And I'm like, okay, cool. So that's how I feel like with the electricity of they're like, I can see how a turbine spins and creates heat.
Yeah.
You know, through using water power. Like, okay, how does that then transfer through a wire
into anything else?
Into a light bulb? You know, I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
Sure. This, whatever you say. And I'm sure engineers will listen to this and be like, it's so obvious. It's not.
You idiot.
Yeah. But that's what he was known for, and so Jonas is not there anymore, and you're being walked through this pretty impressive power plant based on a true story. And you gather that the point of today, though, is to be able to transfer power. So they have already discovered, obviously, the electric lamp. You have one in your house. Edison has, they've been able to create electricity. However, the problem to make it, mainstream has been to be able to actually transfer electricity from, a power plant into several houses, if that makes sense. That's what I think that they're trying to do here.
Okay.
And that's what this sort of demonstration, that's like what they've worked on, is like, how can they transfer the electricity that they produce here to a place 15 kilometers away from here. And that's the demonstration. How they do that, he explains really well. Carl, he knows. He is so good at explaining that.
You know what? Eliza listens, and they like that is done. That part of the tour, they talk about that stuff. And Eliza probably knows about as much as Sydney does, maybe even less, because electricity doesn't even fucking exist yet.
Yeah.
Or harnessing it, I should say. So while they're doing this, though, Eliza would like to, and I'll make a roll if you want me to, manipulation or observation. But Eliza would like to hint at Jonas and just possibly say, he looks tired. Like something along the lines of, how long has Jonas been working on this? How long has he been out here? He must be so excited. He's so busy, though. Like, when has he had time to rest? She just wants to try to hint at an explanation for maybe why he looks so tired, aside from how much work this must have taken.
Carl very proudly explains that Mr. Venstrom, he's been working day and night. He's the hardest working out of all of us. His tenacity. Is that how you say that?
Yes.
He's also Swedish. So
you're so Swedish, and I'm talking in Swedish right now.
Right.
Tenacity is the word you said in English, and you said it perfect.
That has given the rest of us a lot of inspiration to also work harder. So he is one of a kind, a true genius.
Yes.
And we're very proud to be able to show the investors who doubted him what we've done and what he has been capable of. He's not a very impressive, I understand he's not a very impressive person to look at, but that doesn't mean, it's all in the head. It's all in the head.
I beg to differ. Before I knew who Jonas truly was, his intelligence. He caught my eye immediately. I find him fascinating.
Ah. And I'm like, do I want to play an ableist? And I'm like, no.
I mean, hey, in the time period, sure.
Yeah, he in the time period he would be call him probably a cripple or everything. But I think I'm like, ugh. But yeah, he's probably making some pretty mean comments about.
And I think maybe Eliza picks up on that and is kind of having none of it. But she's just got here. But I think as they're finishing up the tour or something, and he makes another comment or like a jab at Jonas, Eliza's smiling, says, do I smell a hint of jealousy? And at his reaction, she laughs and she says, of course not. This is a lovely view, though. Even for those not scientifically minded, as myself, I'm a thespian. I'm an actor out of London. I don't know if Jonas told you, but even I can appreciate something like this. Well done.
Well, thank you, Eliza. And he's a little bit taken aback about your defense of him, and also immediately course correct his behavior. He's like, no, Jonas, we all have tremendous respect for him. I apologize. I spoke out of turn. Anyway, here's the barracks, and you see other workers going in and out. And
anyway, here's the prison.
Exactly. Anyway, here's the prison where you will be spending the rest of your days. And it's anyone you talk to, they seem like it's the sad thing is that Jonas seems to be the only one who is. Everyone seems nervous, but most people seem to be still in a good mood. No one else seems to be sick or having a rough go at it. In fact, you get the sense that everyone's very excited and well taken care of.
That's why I asked, because nobody else seems as stressed out, but again, it's Jonas's project.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And as you're having this conversation with Carl, a lady walks up to you, a notepad in her hand, and I overheard you discussing Jonas Wenström. Are you a close friend of his?
Eliza, game recognized game, can sniff a reporter a mile away. And she turns around smiling. Eliza Andrews, and what was your name?
Renata Burns, Swedish daily newspaper. And that's where we end this episode, because we have to. Oh my god.
We have to.
Yeah.
We were yapping this episode.
I know, and I also fucked up so many of it. Anyway, who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah,
cut that out.